75 years ago, in the UK today, was a day for rejoicing. After 6 long years, the war in Europe was over. I'd like to reflect how this was possible. Following the dark days of the Allied retreat at Dunkirk, Prime Minister Winston Churchill told the nation, "What General Weygand called the Battle of France is over. I expect that the Battle of Britain is about to begin. Upon this battle depends the survival of Christian civilization." Remarkably, Churchill was right in his prediction. Hitler turned his sights on Britain as the final prize in his bid to conquer Western Europe. He knew that before he could invade this country by sea, he had to have air superiority. Therefore, the Luftwaffe, which was significantly outnumbered by the Royal Air Force, was tasked to achieve this. Hitler thought that Britain would sue for peace without too much struggle after the evacuation of Dunkirk. Churchill and the Royal Air Force had other ideas. Between the 10th of July and the 31st of October, fewer than 3,000 Allied aircrew flew sortie after sortie against the Luftwaffe and succeeding in winning the Battle of Britain. It was a remarkable victory. A victory which the ground crews, the Royal Observer Corps, the WAFs and the plotting tables, civilian contractors and the leadership of men like Dowding and Sir Keith Park played a huge part. Fighter Command benefited from the Dowding air defence system based on the forerunner of what we know today as radar. But while many people, from scientists to observers, played a significant role, it was the few whose brave pilots, air gunners, navigators and wireless operators from many different countries who kept this nation free. In mid-September 1940, Hitler called off the invasion and turned his attention to the east. As we celebrate VE Day, it is important to realise the part that the RAF's victory in 1940 played in making that possible. The task force that assembled on the south coast of England for the Normandy invasion in June 1944 and the retaking of mainland Europe could not have been done so without the sacrifices made by the aircrew of the Battle of Britain. With this country under Nazi control, the progress of the war would have been very different. It was likely, in the longer term, that the Allies would have been victorious and there would have been a victory in Europe. But it is unlikely that it would have come as early as May 1945. So today we join the rest of the country in celebrating the 75th anniversary of the end of the war in Europe. Let us pay tribute to all those who made it possible, with a special mention of the few whose bravery in 1940 played a significant part in the victory 75 years ago. Please pass this on.